Be me, 25, compliance analyst, which means I read rules all day and tell people they broke them. Get a letter from my landlord, building sold, 30 days, everybody out. Cool, love that. Spend a whole Tuesday night scrolling roommate ads like a maniac. Most of them are guys named Bryce looking for a fourth person in a 2-bedroom, then one that actually looks normal, room in a converted building, own bathroom, cheap. Posted by I. Mendoza. Text her. She fires back questions in like 90 seconds. Do you smoke? Do you have pets? Are you loud after 10? No, and I go to bed at 10. She types, perfect, boring is my favorite tenant type. Me, when do you want to meet? Her, Saturday, bring your stuff. I already looked you up. No interview, no walkthrough, nothing. Should have been a red flag. I was just relieved I wouldn't be living in my car. Saturday, I show up with 11 boxes and a chair I refuse to throw away. Knock on 2. Bay, door opens. Tall woman, short hair, jeans with the tulle loops, brain stops. My whole body goes cold in the way where you know something before you can say it. Because I know this face. I knew this face when it was leaning over the kitchen table telling me to finish my homework before cartoons. Inez, she was my nanny, watched me from when I was 4 until I was 9. I'm 25 now. That's 16 years. She's staring at me with the exact same look I have. Nobody says anything for what feels like a full minute. Her, Carter. Me, yeah. Her, Carter. Me, how many Carters do you know? Her, 1. She puts a hand on the doorframe like she needs it. Then she starts laughing. Not polite laughing, the kind where you have to look away. Her, I saw the name on the application. Me, what? Her, Carter, your last name, your age. Her, I thought, no way. Then I thought, if it's him, I want to know. Me, so you knew. Her, I suspected. I picked you anyway. Oh, she picked me, on purpose, because it might be me. I'm standing in a hallway holding a box of cables and my ears are hot. Her, put the box down, you're going to drop it. Me, I'm not going to drop it, I drop it. She doesn't say a word, just picks up the corner and carries it inside like it's nothing. She's still bigger than me in some way that math can't explain. Inside, she stops in the middle of the room. Her, okay, this is objectively insane. Me, yeah. Her, you're a grown man and I used to cut your sandwiches. Me, please don't say sandwiches. Her, I'm going to say worse than sandwiches. Me, I know you are. She looks at me for a second longer than she needs to. Her, you got tall. Me, that's what happens. Her, I always wondered. Me, about what? Her, who you'd turn into. And she says it like it's been sitting in her chest for 16 years. Then she claps her hands once and points at the hallway. Her, second door. Bathroom's yours. Rent's due the 1st. Just like that. Back to business. I stand in my new empty room with my ruined box of cables. And I realize I never asked the only real question, which is whether either of us is actually going to be able to do this. Next morning, she's in the kitchen doorway with 2 mugs. Her, we should talk about this. Me, okay. Her, are you actually fine with this arrangement? Me, lease is signed. Her, that's not what I asked. Me, I know. She waits. She's good at waiting. Me, I need somewhere to live. You're not a stranger. That's better, not worse. Her, okay. Me, are you fine with it? Her, I already answered that when I picked you. Fair. Then she reaches into a grocery bag, pulls out a box of pasta, little wheels, the kid kind. Her, welcome gift. My soul leaves my body. Me, no. Her, you would only eat the shapes. Me, I was 6. Her, you cried about spaghetti, sat on the floor, full protest. Me, I'm begging you. Her, I bought 2 boxes, and I laugh, out loud, against my own will. She points at me like she won something. Her, there he is. 3rd morning. I'm under her sink with a flashlight in my teeth, because her garbage disposal has been making a sound like a dying goose since I moved in. She walks in, stops. Her, what are you doing? Me, there's a spoon in it. Her, I have a guy for that. Me, your guy takes 4 days. I take 12 minutes. She crosses her arms. Her, Carter, you don't have to prove anything to me. Me, I'm not proving anything. Me, I just fix things. That's what I do now. Long pause. She sits down on the kitchen floor across from me. Actually sits. Her. Huh? Me. What? Her. I keep waiting for the kid. Me. He's gone. Her. Yeah, I'm catching up. She hands me the wrench before I ask for it. She's watching my hands like she's learning something. Something shifted in that kitchen, and we both felt it. 2 days later. My phone buzzes at 7 in the morning. Her. 4C has water coming through the ceiling. Are you busy? Me. I have work at 9. Her. So you have 2 hours. Not a request. Never is. 4C is a guy named Callum who owns 3 plants and no towels. Pipe joint under his bathroom sink came loose. Easy. I shut the water off, tighten it, dry the cabinet. Done in 40 minutes. Inez is standing in the doorway with a clipboard. Her. Nice. Me. It wasn't hard. Her. I didn't say it was hard. I said nice. Then, flat as anything. Whatever you say, boss. Me. Don't. Her. You gave orders in there. Shut the water off. Hold this. Boss. Me. That's my job voice. Her. It's cute. I forget how to walk down a hallway for a second. In the stairwell, she stops me. Her. I usually do these alone. Me. I noticed. Her. I don't hate not doing them alone. Me. That's 4 negatives. Her. Count them on your own time. She keeps going up the stairs, then over her shoulder without turning around. Her. 7 tomorrow. Bring the wrench. So now I'm a tenant who does building calls before work, and I have no idea when I started looking forward to my phone buzzing at 7, later that week. We're both in the kitchen making dinner, separately. It's a small kitchen. Her. You still cut vegetables in size order? Me. They cook evenly. Her. You did that at 7. Me. And I was right at 7. Her. You lined up carrot coins by width and screamed when I ruined the row. Me. That's slander. Her. I have witnesses. Your mother. Me. She's biased. Her. You're still the most stubborn person I've ever met. Difference is, now it works. Me. The hallway light on 3 is flickering, by the way. Her. Wow. Subject change. Me. It's a real issue. Her. You deflect with plumbing. Noted. She's laughing into the pan. She also cut her onions in size order after that. Didn't say anything about it. Neither did I. Few days later, her mom shows up unannounced. Small woman, big opinions, scans the apartment like she's pricing it, sees my shoes by the door, sees my coffee cup, sees me. Me. Hi, I'm Carter. Her mother. I know who you are. Cool. Great start. They talk in the kitchen for 20 minutes. I hide in my room like a coward. Door closes. Silence. I come out. Inez is standing at the counter, not doing anything. Me. That went well. Her. She used the word inappropriate. Me. About the rent. Her. About you living here. Oh. Me. What did you say? Her. I said he pays on time and fix my sink. Me. Solid defense. Her. She said that wasn't the point. Long pause. Her. She's not wrong that it looks strange. Me. Do you want me to go? Her. No, fast. No thinking gap at all. Her. I'm not rearranging my life because my mother has a face. Me. For the record, I don't think it's strange. Her. You're the least objective person in the building. Me, probably. She doesn't say more, but she doesn't move away from the counter either. Almost 2 weeks in. 11 at night, I come out for water. She's on a step stool in the hallway with the light fixture open, the flickering one. Me. You said you had a guy for this. Her. My guy's asleep. Me. So am I, technically. I hold the stool and hand up the new bulb without being asked. She takes it without looking down. Just puts her hand out. Knows I'm there. Light comes on. Steady. Then she says, "Come to the office a second." Property office is a closet on the ground floor with a desk in it. She opens a drawer, pulls out a piece of paper, old, soft at the corners, crayon, a tall stick figure and a short stick figure, purple sun. Me, no way. Her, you gave me this the week I left. Me, I don't remember drawing that. Her, I remember receiving it. 16 years, 4 apartments probably, kept in a drawer. Me, why? Her, because nobody had ever made me anything. She says it plain and then puts it back like it's nothing. My chest does something inconvenient. Me, you kept it in your work desk. Her, I look at it more than I admit. Then she shuts the drawer and says goodnight and goes upstairs. And I stand in a closet office at midnight, realizing I'm in serious trouble. The next weekend, the boiler in the basement quits, which means no hot water for 12 units. 9 hours of me holding a flashlight and her on the phone with the repair company. By 11 at night, it's fixed and we're both filthy. She opens a bottle of wine and pours 2 glasses without asking if I want one. We sit on the floor of the basement stairs because neither of us can face stairs. Her, you didn't complain once. Me, I complained internally. Her, doesn't count. Then, out of nowhere, do you date? Me, not really. Her, why not? Me, I'm bad at letting people see the boring parts. Her, you alphabetize your spices in front of me constantly. Me, you don't count. Her, huh? She drinks, doesn't push it. Me, what about you? Her, nobody asked me out. Me, that's insane. Her, it's not. People see somebody who handles things. Nobody flirts with a person who handles things. Me, that's a bad reason. Her, I've had a long time to think about it. We're sitting close enough that our shoulders are touching, neither of us moves. She finishes her wine and says goodnight, and we both go up separately. I lay awake doing math about whether I'm insane. Following weekend, she texts a list: gutters, front gate hinge, 2 window screens. Her, partner rates, which is beer. Me, deal. We work all Saturday and I stop needing to be told things. She reaches, I've already got the drill. She looks at a screen and I'm already measuring it. Around 3, she just stops and stares at me. Me, what? Her, you know what I need before I say it. Me, you're not complicated. Her, everyone else thinks I am. Me, everyone else isn't paying attention. She goes quiet and hands me the next screen, ears slightly red, not from the sun. Couple weeks later, I come home and my pantry is different. Everything I actually use is on the bottom 2 shelves, snacks in front, cereal at eye level. She's standing there caught. Her, it was chaos. Me, this is how you set it up when I was 7. Her, it is not. Me, cereal low so I could reach. Snacks in front so I'd stop climbing. Her, okay, muscle memory. This is humiliating. Me, it's the nicest thing anyone's done to my kitchen. Her, don't be sweet about it. I'm already embarrassed. Me, I'm serious. I like that you did that. She looks at me for a long second. Her, you turned out good, Carter. Me, you sound surprised. Her, I'm not surprised. I'm relieved. Nobody looks away. The second box of Shapes pasta is sitting on the counter behind her, unopened, like a witness. Then she says she has paperwork and leaves the room a little too fast. So now I know she feels something, and I still don't know if what I feel is her, or just being 9 again. Week after that, Shane comes over. My friend since college, loud, observant, bad combination. Inez says hi, hands him a beer, tells him not to sit on the left cushion. Him, why, her, it's broken, Carter's fixing it Thursday. Then she goes to do paperwork. Shane stares at me. Him, dude, me, don't. Him, she assigned you a Thursday. Me, it's a couch. Him, are you into her? Me, she used to be my nanny. Him, that's not a no. I sit down, on the broken cushion, sink 4 inches. Me, I can't tell if I like her or if I'm 9 years old again. Him, explain. Me, she was the safest person in my house. That's not the same as this. Him, okay. Me, so maybe I'm just chasing that. Him, or maybe you know her better than anyone you've ever dated. Me, that's also possible. Him, then find out. Stop writing a report about it. Fair hit. That is literally my job. Couple weeks later, city inspector is coming to check the building, which means every unit file has to be in order by morning. We order Thai food and sit on her office floor with paper everywhere until 1 in the morning. She talks me through every tenant. 4C floods things. 1A pays early. 3B is going through a divorce and needs patience. Me, you know all of them. Her, I know what they need. That's the job. Me, who knows what you need? Her, nobody's applied. She says it like a joke. It isn't 1. Around 2, she stops talking mid-sentence. Out, head against the filing cabinet, pen still in her hand. First time I've ever seen her not handling something. I take the pen, get the blanket off her couch, put it over her, turn off the desk lamp, finish the last 12 files myself, leave a sticky note on top, done, go to bed. Then I sit there for a second like an idiot, because I've never once gotten to take care of her, and it turns out I've wanted to for weeks. Next morning, she's in the kitchen holding the blanket like evidence. Her, you finished the files? Me, they were mostly done. Her, they were not. Me, coffee's fresh. Her, Carter, sit down. I sit. Her, why do you keep doing this? Me, doing what? Her, the sink, the gutters, last night. Why? And I don't dodge it. Me, because you're the person who taught me what it looks like when somebody takes care of you. Me, I was 4. I didn't get that from my parents. Me, I got it from you. She sets the blanket down. Her, Carter, me. I'm not saying it to be nice. I'm saying it because it's true and you should know. She doesn't answer for a long time. Her, nobody's ever said that to me. Me, someone should have. Her, I'm not good at this part. Me, neither am I. She puts her hand flat on the table near mine. Doesn't move it closer, doesn't move it away. Then her radio goes off about a tenant complaint and the moment breaks. But now it's out loud between us, and neither of us has any idea what to do with it. Following week. Unit 2. A throws a party on a Tuesday. 40 people, bass through the floor. 2 other tenants texting her. She knocks. I stand behind her. Guy opens the door already arguing. Him. It's not even midnight. Her. It's a weeknight. Music off at 10. It's in your lease. Him. Come on. Then he looks at me like I'm going to help him. Me. She's right. It's page 2. Him. Who are you? Me. I read leases for a living. Music goes off in about 9 seconds. Walking back down the stairs, she's quiet. Her. You didn't have to do that. Me. You weren't going to lose that argument anyway. Her. No, but I always do it alone. She stops on the landing, puts her hand on my arm and leaves it there. Her. I like having somebody standing behind me. That's new. Me. I'll be there. Her. I know. That's the part that gets me. The next week the sewer line backs up. 20 hours, 2 crews, 4 angry tenants, 1 very bad smell. By the end of it, we're sitting on her floor with wine again. She's had 2 glasses. I've had 1.5. Her. Can I tell you something dumb? Me. Yes. Her. I've never had a relationship last past 4 months. Me. Why? Her. Because I'm good at being useful and terrible at letting anyone know me. Me. That's not the same thing. She looks straight at me. Her. I spent years being the person who handles everything. People like that part. They don't stay long enough to ask who handles me. Silence. Her. When I worked for your family, I knew what my place was. I showed up, you trusted me, and what I did mattered. Her. That wasn't romantic. You were a kid. I'm talking about the feeling of mattering to someone. Her. Being known. Being expected. Having someone notice when I walk through the door. Her. I haven't felt that kind of trust with anyone I've dated. Me. I don't think that's dumb. Her. It's a little dumb. Me. I felt safer with you than I ever did with my parents. She goes completely still. Me. My mom worked. My dad was around and not around. You showed up every day at 7. Me. I used to sit on the stairs and wait for your car. Her. I know. I saw you every morning. Me. You never said anything. Her. You were 6. What was I going to say? Me. Say it now. Her. It broke my heart, Carter. Every single morning. We're maybe a foot apart. She sets her glass down and stands up and says she needs to sleep. Leaves the wine, leaves me sitting there. Next morning, coffee, 2 people not looking at each other. Her. About last night. Me. Yeah. Her. Let's file that under wine. Me. No. Her. Excuse me. Me. I'm not filing it. I meant all of it sober. Her. Carter. Me. You can decide what to do about it, but I'm not pretending it didn't happen. She stands there holding the coffee pot. Then she looks up and actually meets my eyes. Her. Okay. Me. Okay. Her. Not okay. Let's forget it. Okay as in, I heard you. She pours my cup. Full. No wobble. Neither of us has moved an inch, and somehow everything just did. Then my phone rings. My parents. Saying they're driving up to surprise me. Tomorrow. Turns out the surprise visit got unsurprised. Dad's car had a dead battery, and they pushed it 2 weeks. So, I got a stay of execution. Inez, when I told her. So, we have time to panic properly. Me. I'm already panicking. Her. I can tell. You clean the grout. That weekend she runs the building mixer. Cheap wine, folding tables, 12 units of neighbors. She didn't ask me to help. She asked me to co-host, her. You're pouring, I'm talking. Don't let 4C near the wine. Halfway through, she puts a hand on my shoulder in front of everyone. Her. This is Carter. He fixes everything I don't have time for. Her. Honestly, I don't know how I ran this place without him. 12 people looking at me. 3B says the hallway light is finally fixed. 1A asks if I do her radiator. Me, no. Her, he does. Thursday. Me, apparently I do. She's grinning at her own wine glass. Later, stacking chairs, I say, you didn't have to say that. Her, I say true things at parties. It's my whole personality. Me, people are going to talk. Her, people already talk. My mother started it. She bumps my shoulder with hers and keeps stacking. I have never once in my life felt that proud about pouring wine. Week later, they confirm. Parents, tomorrow, lunch. I tell Inez in the kitchen, her. Do they know who your roommate is? Me. They know her name is Inez, her, Carter. Me. They didn't ask which Inez, her. Oh my God. She's already moving toward her keys. Her. I'll go stay at my sister's for the night. Me. No, her. It's one night. It's easier. Me. It's your apartment. Her. I've been the awkward thing in a family's kitchen before. I know how it goes. Me. You're not an awkward thing. Her. To them, I'm going to be. Me. Then they can deal with it. You're not hiding in your own home. She stops with the keys in her hand. Her. You're sure? Me. I'm sure. Her. Okay. But I'm making the coffee. You make it too strong. Me. Everyone says that. Her. Everyone's right. They show up an hour early, obviously. Because of course they do. Inez opens the door because she's closest. My mother's face goes through about 4 expressions. Her. Inez? Inez. Hi, Dana. Nobody moves for a second. Then my mom looks at me. Her. Carter. Kitchen. Now. 25 years old, and I still went. Door half shut. Inez 3 feet away on the other side of it. Mom. You're living with her. Me. Yes. Mom. Your nanny. Me. My roommate. Mom. Do you hear how that sounds? Me. It sounds like rent. Dad. Son. Come on. Mom. She helped raise you when you were little. She knew you before you were old enough to choose any of this. Me. She knows I hate spaghetti. Mom. Don't be smart with me. Mom. This is not appropriate, and people will think it's worse than it is. Then she says it. Mom. I want you out of here. This week. We'll help with the deposit. My dad's already looking at the floor. And behind the door, no sound at all. Which is how I know she heard every word. So I open the kitchen door all the way. Because if I'm saying this, she's hearing it to my face. Me. I'm not moving out. Mom. Carter. Me. You don't get to call her my nanny like it's a job she's still doing. Me. That ended when I was 9. She's a property manager. I'm her tenant. Mom. It's the same person. Me. Yeah, it is. Me. She's the person who showed up at 7 every morning while you were at work. Mom. That is not fair. Me. It's not an attack. It's just true. Me. I learned what taking care of somebody looks like from her. Not from a book. From her. Me. And I'm not going to stand here while you make that sound dirty. Silence you could hear the fridge in. Mom. People will think things. Me. Let them. I know what it is. Mom. And what is it? Me. It's my home. Dad puts his hand on Mom's arm and says, maybe they should go. Mom grabs her coat like it insulted her. At the door she says, you'll regret this. Me. Probably not. They leave. Nobody yells. It's worse than yelling. Then it's just the 2 of us and lunch nobody ate. Inez is standing by the counter with the coffee she made. Her. Carter. Me. Don't. Her. Sit down for a second. I sit. Her. You just picked a fight with your mother over a lease. Me. It wasn't about the lease. Her. I know. That's what worries me. Her. You don't have to lose your family to be loyal to me. Her. I'll be fine. I'm always fine. That's my whole thing. Her. If you need to move out to keep the peace, I won't hold it against you. Not for 1 second. Me. Are you done? Her. Probably not. Me. You keep talking like you're a cost. Her, I'm a complication. Me, you're not a sacrifice. You're the thing I'm choosing. She goes very quiet. Her, say that again. Me, I'm choosing you. Not the memory, you. Now. Loud, in front of my mother. Her, you're sure? Me, I've been sure since the day you found me under your sink. She laughs, one short surprised laugh. Her, the disposal. Me, there was a spoon in it. Her, there's always a spoon in it. Then, quieter. Her, I've been sure longer than that. Me, how long? Her, since you dropped that box in my hallway and pretended you didn't. Me, I did drop it. Her, I know. You dropped it, and then you told me you'd fix my building. She sets the coffee down and walks around the table, stops directly in front of me, close. Her, I need to say the part out loud because I'm not doing this by accident. Me, okay? Her, I'm not the woman who took care of you. We're not those two people. Her, I'm a woman who wants a man who fixes things and argues with his mother for me. Me, that's a very specific type. Her, apparently I have one. Then she kisses me, standing in her kitchen, cold lunch on the table. She does it first, on purpose. No hesitation. Brain goes completely blank. She pulls back maybe an inch. Her, I want to be clear about something. Me, sure. Her, I'm not kissing a memory. Her, I don't want the kid on the stairs. Her, I want the guy who yelled at his mother for me. Me, I didn't yell. Her, you got loud. Me, I got firm. Her, shut up, Carter. Me, okay. Then I kiss her back. And I'm the one who reaches this time. Her hand on the side of my neck, my hip against the counter drawer. The drawer with the tape measure that never closes right. It closes, loudly. Neither of us cares. Her, for the record, we're equals. Me, I know. Her, I needed to say it out loud once. Me, you said it. It's said. Her, good. Then she takes my hand and walks out of the kitchen. Next morning, I wake up in her room, which is the second door, not the one I've been using since I moved in. She's half on top of me, arm across my chest, dead weight. Her, eyes still shut. You moved the alarm clock. Me, it was facing the wrong way. Her, I've had it that way for 6 years. Me, it was wrong. Her, you have been in this room 9 hours. Me, 9 very productive hours. She laughs into my shoulder. Her, you never once did what you were told. Me, not once. Her, I used to give you instructions like a hostage negotiator. Me, and I ignored all of them. Her, every single one. Me, I'm extremely glad about that. Her, why? Me, because if I listened, I'd have moved out yesterday. She goes quiet for a second. Then she props up on one elbow and looks at me. Her, you turned out exactly right, you know that. Me, you keep saying versions of that. Her, because I keep meaning it. Me, are you going to be weird about my mom? Her, I'm going to be patient about your mom. Her, she gets to be uncomfortable. She doesn't get to decide. Me, that's basically my position. Her, I know, I stole it. Then she gets up and puts on my shirt like it's hers now. Goes to the kitchen, comes back holding something. The second box of Shapes pasta, still unopened. Her, dinner tonight. Me, absolutely not. Her, little wheels, Carter. Me, I'm a grown man. Her, you're a grown man in my bed asking me nicely. Me, I wasn't asking nicely. Her, ask nicely. Me, please not the wheels. Her, too late, it's tradition now. And that's how a box of kid pasta became a relationship milestone. 3 months later, we're on the living room floor with a flat box and 11 bags of screws. New bookshelf, her idea, my tools. She's holding the instructions. Her, step 1 says lay out all parts. Me, already building. Her, I'm reading you the step. Me, I know what a shelf is. Her, unbelievable. Her, you did this at 8 with a toy car set. Me, and it worked. Her, it had a wheel left over. Me, a spare wheel. Her, that is not a thing. She puts the paper down and picks up the drill anyway, because she never actually wanted to read the instructions either. We get 3 shelves in and 1 is upside down. Her, told you. Me, it's a design choice. Her, flip it, boss. Me, you're still so bossy. Her, you still don't listen. Me, never have. Her, never once. She's laughing with a screwdriver in her mouth. So, I lean over the half-built shelf and kiss her. She drops the screwdriver on my knee. Worth it. Her. I'm working. Me. I'm glad I never learned to follow instructions. Her. Why? Me. Because every good thing I have came from ignoring one. She looks at me the way she did in that hallway on day one. Except now, nobody's frozen. Her. You turned out exactly who I hoped. Me. You had a guess. Her. I had a hope. Different thing. Then she flips the shelf herself and tells me to hold it steady. We finish it. Slightly crooked. Stays up. The crayon drawing is on the second shelf now, out of the desk drawer. Purple sun, 2 stick figures. She put it there without asking me. Boxes of shapes pasta in the cabinet. 2, always. My mom still calls it a phase. My dad asked how the building's holding up, which is his version of an apology. Inez says, give them a year. She's usually right about people, so that's the story. I answered a roommate ad in a panic and got the woman who used to cut my sandwiches. Now she's the person I live with on purpose. Still bossy, still doesn't get to tell me what to do, still hands me the drill before I ask.